I finally found out how to use this thing. I'm going to show you to there. Step 13, you press this top button to start and stop the test counter on the screen. Count 10 disk revs. Test duration goes for 30 to 90 seconds typically. Meter error will be displayed on test set at conclusion of the test. Use percentage switch to select appropriate current levels. So if I want to test this meter at 40 amps, or 30 in this case, set it to that, 100%, all full load, 100% current. Then I do that to do the 10 discs. I count 10 revs of that disc. Count 10 revs, and a number will come up on the screen. Record that number down. Yep. And that number, or what I counted up to, or what I stopped it at, will be on the screen, and that number I have to take note of. Okay. For example, meter under test, 10 to 68, 400 revs. Now, I think I have to use that error. In this case, if it's something like that, a number, something like that. So to calculate actual 100% of error. So here's your formula here. So it's 400 revs per kilowatt hour over. So whatever the error is, say if the error was 25,000 or something, that divided by 400, I think it means, times test set constant. See chart below. Test set constant. So if I was putting 30 amps to the meter, the test set constant was 66.67 amps, if that's correct. So then times the number of the revs I counted, that disk did, then that will give me the error. I think that's what it means. So example, that over that, then that times 100% equals 1.3%. I think I pretty much got a gist of it, how this machine works, so that's helps a great deal. And also this Smiley is an early Smiley, an early WF2, one of the first ones. Its current rating, 5 to 30 amps, 500 revs per kilowatt hour. There you go. It's the about as old as that BAZ, I reckon. That's 5 to 20 amps. It's on 5 to 30 amps at 500 revs per kilowatt hour. So this is probably the perfect candidate to go on this test set, I reckon. Let's put it on here next. I'll get the BAZ out and we'll put this up. It's pretty much well on the mark too. This Smiley rattles a fair bit. There's a rattly one, that one. I've had to fix up the other 3 sets of connectors. They were twisted and they were tightened, so I quickly straightened them up, and they're working on this one now. I got the new set because they came with another 3 of those connectors. I put a new set in this one because this one is actually in pretty good condition. It's near new. Looks like this one here got used the most. Anyway, I did a test. It's a 500 revs, so I set this at 500 revs per kilowatt hour. That's all done. Appropriate current range and percent on selector switches. Well, it's a 30 amp meter. I want to fully load this meter, 100%. Right. Meter error from menu and press enter. Enter. I want to go into that one, revs per kilowatt hour. Press the yellow hand switch button, this one, to start and stop the test counter. Count 10 disk revs, and this test goes, so the test itself goes between 30 to 90 seconds. And the meter error will be displayed on test set at conclusion of the test. Use percentage switch to select appropriate current levels. Perform a dial test, select dial from menu. So if I go reset that one, dial, enter, switch to 100% load. Kilowatt hour is ready. 38 amps of maximum rating of the meter, whichever is the least. So this case I got 30 amps, 100%, so it's fully loaded. Well, measured for 1 kilowatt hour, compare with test set reading. Okay. Ah, yes. This gives me the other one to do it. Okay, so I'll do the first test. So before I do this one, I get out of this menu. So basically, I've got to go to the percent error. I've got to get I got to get this. I'll do that test. Count that. Count 10 revs of that disc. Write that number down. Then the next part of the test does a dial test. Then run it for a kilowatt hour and compare with the test set reading. And then that's how you work out the accuracy of the meter that way. Okay, so first I'll do this test. So I'll get out of that menu, error, enter that one. It's ready, it's already done. Now I've got to do the test, so I'm going to turn it on, 100%. Ready to count. I didn't turn it on in time, see? That might be a bit incorrect. I've got to switch it on, then do that. That's a bit low now. I didn't count the disc revs. Bearings in that fan don't sound too good. I'll let this thing get to another line there and I'll do the test again. Yeah, it's noisy. That's fully loaded, that meter. I'll let that get to its another 1/10 of a kilowatt hour there. Alright, let that get to its mark. Go slow so I can get that black dot. Then hit the off button. Go again. There, bang. I'm bang on. Right. I've got to restart that again because that was off. I didn't start that at the same time, so that's wrecked. Reset that one, menu. Back into that and I'll do it again. And then we'll do this next test again. That was an error I got. So I did this step. This one. I counted 10 disc revs. And after that test I got 4,578. That's what I counted to. The dial test. Select dial from menu, select 38 range, I've done all that. But how does it not give me, it just says keep saying kilowatt hours ready. So if I go to dial, a bit hard to see in the camera, kilowatt hours ready, enter. And that's it, it should just press that, right, they'll be done, but no. So it should count, if I press that it should do an error count, but apparently this is a different thing altogether. Oh, it says I just press that one just for this step here, but this one is different. It will say that in the screen. If I run that for a kilowatt hour, what value do I get for this next step here? Don't know. What's going on here? Yeah, that's the next bit I got to do here. Ready for what? Was I got to register something? It doesn't say nothing about that. All these. These must be for something completely different. Anyway, that's pretty damn straightforward and self-explanatory once you get the hang of this thing, but this next step here, I got to find out how to get this to actually count something. It doesn't say nothing about any other thing. It talks about this and that. That's it. That's what it mentions. It doesn't mention those or these. Not mentioned at all. Must be for something different, I think. Anyway, it's a pretty neat bit of kit. Just got to find out how to do this last step here. Because I've done that, I can do that easy. Do a kilowatt hour test, but I think I have to have something counting on the screen. Do I go back to this step here? Do the error meter, percent error, but it tells me to go to the dial menu. It gets me to there, which is what I've done. So, I don't do nothing. Done that. Done that. Any of those doesn't matter. I can load the meter at 5 amps, I can load the meter at 10 amps, 15 amps, or 30 amps and 25 amps. I load the meter at 30 amps, which in this case, the test duration for 1 kilowatt hour, that's the quickest one. To this one, the test will take twice as long, so it's pretty straightforward, self-explanatory here. So that has to be on 100% load. It will accept that one. Anyway, bit of trial and error how to use this thing, but that's what I worked out from there. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.